Hi, I'm Clifton, and today I'm starting a series that I would like to call The Young Prep. I'm a high school student. I am a member of Scouting America. I'm a Life Scout. I'm working on my Eagle Scout, and I have been taught my entire life to be prepared. So for today's episode, the very first episode, I would like to go over what I keep as a very young high school student in my truck that I drive daily. So first of all, I'm going to go over probably the most important thing. To survive, you need to be able to move. Easy as that. And that's why I have the truck. But if the truck breaks down, what am I going to do? Well, also all my life I've been around this specific truck, and I keep tools in it to keep it running and keep it working. And some of those tools might include sockets, electrical work, things like that. And I keep those all in the truck in the rear. Even though I don't have an example right here, I do keep those. I also keep a couple of pairs of gloves. I keep my nice gloves for myself and some cheap gloves if anyone else wants to help me. But that's just the maintenance. I keep other things in there too. Another important part of survival is what you're going to eat and drink. Eating can come second. You can go a few days without eating. You can't really go all that long without water. So I always keep in my truck 1.5 liters of water. This is a Yeti container. I've had it for a few years now, and I keep it full in the truck at all times. I do wash it out once every week or so. That way it's always fresh water and it's not dirty or unsafe. Another important thing that I keep in the truck is I keep a very, very advanced first aid kit. I might go over the contents of this in detail in another video, but this is very advanced. It has everything from vet wrap to suture kits. And speaking of advanced, I also keep this. This has some surgical tools, and while I don't do surgery because I am not that skilled, I do keep these because they are very helpful in first aid. And I have learned a lot of first aid over the years. So that's first aid wise, safety. I also keep this little Go first aid kit. It is my lifeguard pack, and I keep it for a couple of reasons. One, it's a lot of fun memories, and two, it is a pretty good first aid kit. It has everything you need. It has gloves, disinfectant, band-aids, everything you would need for minor injuries. So this is just something I leave on the back of my chair, and I can grab it and go if I need to. If I'm near the truck, I can grab this big one that I keep in an ammo can and use it for whatever else I need. But that's first aid wide. Some of the other things I keep in the truck are a change of clothes. This is just a nice Wrangler shirt. It's wax, so it's fairly waterproof. I keep some pants in there, a change of underwear, and a couple of change of socks. I also keep, with my change of clothes, my lifeguard hat. I love this. It's very good. It keeps the sun off your head. I keep just a regular baseball cap because I feel more comfortable 98% of the time wearing a hat. And the biggest part of surviving is being comfortable. And then I also keep a toboggan because you do have to stay warm. And while it doesn't get super cold here in Texas, this is still important. It can also be used as a bag or a filter in emergency situations. That's about it as far as change of clothes. But I do keep 2 jackets in there. And jackets are important not just as jackets, but they can be blankets, extra clothing. You can use them to wash your clothes, as bags, as holding receptacles, as whatever you need. And they make really nice pillows for on nights when you're having to sleep in the truck or sleep just outside the truck. I keep this ground tarp. It's very colorful, which is why I have it in there. Say you're in a situation where you're stranded. The truck won't work, you're in the woods or wherever. This is very bright. You can see this from a long ways away. But that's not the reason why I keep this. That is one of the reasons why I keep this, but the bigger reason is comfort. Again, surviving isn't just about survival, it's about comfort. You don't want to be miserable Otherwise, you just don't want to survive. So I do keep this on hand. It's also good for truck maintenance because I can put this out underneath it and catch anything that falls out of it. Screws, nuts, bolts, whatever. But then changes of clothes mean nothing if you're constantly getting dirty or soaked. So I do keep a couple of umbrellas in there. This is a folding one, so it's easier to keep on your person. And I have a non-folding one, which is a better umbrella that is in the truck. Then again, comfort is very important to surviving. So I keep a few books in there, mostly books over Greek, a few storybooks, well really just a couple of westerns, and I keep the Holy Bible. I keep the Holy Bible because I'm Christian and has a lot of stories in there that are very comforting and very good to survival. So I always keep the Holy Bible in there. Now on the topic of reading and writing to stay comfortable, I also keep a notepad in there. Now this is good for many reasons. One, I can track how the truck is doing, but I can also track how I'm doing, or jot down some notes, what I need to do that day. It's very important, very useful. And on my person, I always keep a pen. Then I keep in the truck at all times a flashlight, a knife, and a lighter. This is the knife I keep in there, though I do keep multiple other knives. This is the main one. It's just a little handmade knife, very lovely, very nice, very strong, which is why I keep it. Of course, I also keep one on myself, and a lighter on myself, and a flashlight on myself. I just keep those as spares in case anything goes wrong. I also keep safety glasses. These ones also double as sunglasses. They're very nice. Eye safety is very important because, as I'm sure you know, if you can't see, you can't survive. Then, in the event of an emergency and you have to leave the truck, you're going to want to sleep at some point. So I keep my bedroll ready and available at all times. This consists of a waterproof canvas tarp. That is the most important thing for shelter. You don't want water getting into wherever you're surviving. It also has a wool blanket for warmth. It'll keep me warm in the winter and cool in the summer. And I keep a fur blanket just in case it's one of those extra cold nights. It's very warm. Very, very warm, very good. And then the most important thing to my entire survival kit that I keep in the truck at all times is my go bag. Now again, we can go over this in another video, but this has everything I could need. It has 4 days worth of food, it has multiple more containers of water, it has maps, compasses, charts, it has more knives, another change of clothes, many other things in there that are very important for survival. But it's also just another bag. As you can see, I do keep it a little emptier. This way I can put more things in there as I get older, or more things in there as I think I need them. So I can fit a jacket in here, I can fit an umbrella on the side, I can clip this onto it, I can carry whatever I want in there. And then moving away from just the survival aspect of it, because survival is important, but what's surviving if you're not living? I keep some items for hobbies in there. As I said, I keep some books that I'm interested in, mostly Greek ones. I'm translating a Greek Bible right now. But I also keep a lariat. I like to rope a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I practice it pretty much daily, and I keep a medium hard rope in there. It is a header, and I try to practice as often as I can. This isn't really important for survival, but I like to have fun with it. There are also other hobbies I keep in there, deck of cards, things like that. And then I also just keep mementos in there. Like I said earlier, I like looking at this because it reminds me of my time at camp. I also keep my grandfather's Korean War helmet. Not Korean War. No, yes, Korean War helmet from when he was in the service, because I like to think it brings me good luck and safety while I'm driving. I keep other mementos too. I have some plastic firefighter helmets in there just because I like the way they look. I have some stuff from scouting, like I'm the Denjif, and I do keep a paracord necklace that we gave the Cub Scouts. So these are just some of the things I keep in there. Of course, I do keep more, but I also like to keep my truck tidy because I can always throw more stuff in when I need it or take stuff out when I need it. That's about it. Let me know if you have any suggestions for anything I have to add, anything I should take away, anything I should change, swap out for something, and I'm gonna leave this video with 3 things that I can add. The first one is, in my opinion, the most important part of preparing for situations that go wrong is versatility. You want to be versatile. You don't want anything to have just one purpose. The second thing is always be prepared. Think ahead. And the third thing is that I am only doing this because I was inspired by a person that I consider a good friend. He runs the YouTube channel at Little Man Big Opinion. I'll put that in the description. And he gave me the inspiration for all of this about 2 years ago. Thank you, and I'll see y'all in the next video.